Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week of June 9 to 13 reveal that John Black's funeral is coming up along with Beau Brady's heartbreak. A wedding celebration will also begin, so some big things are coming up on DOL first. Let's discuss Jennifer Horton-Deverox's fury over Chad DiMera getting way too close to Kat Green, at least in Jennifer's opinion. Despite Jennifer's outrage, Chad will remain drawn to Kat and will likely end up defending her to Jen along with Jack Devereaux. At this point, Kat and Chad's romance seems poised to keep moving right along. As for Beau, Days spoilers say he'll deal with a difficult blow. Beau already had to face the news that Victor Kiriakis passed away along with Doug Williams, but he doesn't know about John's grim fate yet. It'll be tough for Beau to hear that John's gone, especially since John perished getting the Versavix that saved his life. Rachel Black will ultimately face some devastation as well when she realizes her dream about John's demise came true. Days spoilers say Kristen DiMera and Brady Black will do their best to support Rachel, who's been through a lot in recent months. Meanwhile, Anna DiMera and Tony DiMera will be on hand to comfort Carrie Brady Reed, as well as pay their respects to John. Days spoilers say John's funeral will eventually get underway, so that'll bring some tearful speeches and touching flashbacks. It'll be painful for Marlena Evans and so many others to say goodbye, but it's sure to be a beautiful service. Speaking of beautiful services, Paul Narita and Andrew Donovan have agreed to move forward with their wedding plans at Marlena's request. The family could really use a celebration right about now, so Andrew and Paul will tie the knot in front of their loved ones after the funeral drama wraps up. Finally, there may be some Xander Kiriakis legal updates soon. Can Melinda Trask help Xander avoid a stint in Statesville, despite what he did to Philip Kiriakis? Days of Our Lives spoilers say Philip Kiriakis will have some things to get off his chest once he regains consciousness, so that could make Melinda's job harder. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, June 5, reveal that Jack Devereaux and Jennifer Horton-Devereaux will come home while Holly Jonas and Tate Black reconnect. Chad DiMera and Kat Green will also kick off their date, so here's what DOL fans will see next. First, on Thursday's Days episode, Holly will head to the townhouse and console Tate over John Black's demise. Once Holly gets updates on this sad news, she'll embrace Tate and let him know she's there if he needs to talk. At some point, Kat will also stop by Marlena Evans' place. Since Kat is Marlena's assistant, she'll want to pop in and extend her condolences. However, Marlena may need some alone time since she's still struggling to process everything. Kat will end up mostly interacting with Tate during this townhouse visit, so stay tuned to hear their heartfelt conversation. Afterward, Kat will meet up with Chad as they begin their date, but could some crashers derail it? Days spoilers say Jennifer and Jack will return in Thursday's episode, so that may give them a chance to spot Chad with the woman who posed as an alive Abigail DiMera. We know Jennifer will fly into a rage before the week's over, so she'll definitely go on a cat-related tirade once she finds out how close Chad's gotten to her. Other Days spoilers say Doug Williams' II will open up to Leo Stark, so that could involve his love life. Although Doug still has feelings for Holly, he's been trying to push her away and recently fell into bed with Ariana Ari Horton instead. Speaking of Ari, she'll have a fierce face-off with Gabby Hernandez as her rebellious behavior continues. Nevertheless, Gabby and Ari may ultimately put all the hostility aside, at least long enough to process the tragic John shocker. Ari will be heartbroken over John's passing, so she should get Gabby and Will Horton's support. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Doug may end up supporting Ari too a little later, so don't miss what's in store. If there's one thing that became crystal clear, even in just the day after John's death on Days of Our Lives, it's that Marlena would not be facing her loss alone. Yes, she mourned quietly in her room in between visitors, but even before word spread too far, her day was spent welcoming caring friends into her home and throwing EJ out of it. As Paulina noted, It's how we come together through tragedy that defines us. Eventually, though, that coming together will end, life will move forward, and a new normal will have to be established. One of the things we asked back when Paula Quickly and Jean Marie Ford spoke with us was if they could give us an idea of what Marlena's life will be like without John. They could, but it already has our hearts aching for what's to come for Marlena. Marlena's world has changed forever, the scribes shared, but they make absolutely clear the world has not stopped. This may be the end of Jarlena's story, but it's just the beginning of Marlena's next chapter. It's what Marlena told John right at the end, selflessly letting him know that if he wanted to rest, he could. He'd fought hard enough, and he could pass on knowing that his family and loved ones would be oak and carry him in their hearts forever. Just as in real life, the writers share, as the days and weeks and months go by, everyone around her has to go back to their lives. The food and the flowers and the visits and calls stop coming, leaving her to find her new normal, who she is without John. The good news is that Marlena is, and has always been, a strong, brilliant woman, respected in the community with a critically important career, especially in a town with as much trauma as Salem. She's a therapist. Marlena knows how to handle grief. Heck, she's been helping Julie deal with Doug's loss for months, and was a big part of getting the mourning Horton matriarch to rejoin the world. But while we wish we could say that means she makes it through this loss without trouble, we can't. And honestly, it wouldn't be true to life if we could. It's one thing to know how to deal with loss, it's quite another to experience it and push through it. The heart rarely listens to the mind, no matter how calmly it tries to explain things. As Quickly and Ford explained, Marlena finds that advice on coping with grief is a lot easier to give than to take. For now, at least, Marlena's surrounded by loved ones, those from out of town and longtime locals. Even when the visits stop, Belle, Brady, and Tate are all living with her, ensuring that Marlena doesn't have to go home to an empty house. Abe and Paulina seem to have moved into the same building, and Kayla's right there at work with her friend, day after day. We wanted to take a moment to send Days of Our Lives, Stephen Nichols and his family, a big congratulations, as his daughter Dylan is now a married woman. The Salem Star posted a video from the celebration and paid tribute to the bride and groom, as well as everyone who made sure they had the perfect day. A sweet, magical day as my daughter Dylan married this good man, Alex, Nichols shared, then went on to express, pouring their hearts out in the presence of family and friends, created a beautiful, loving atmosphere felt by all. He also sent his daughter and her new husband a special message and stated, "Dylan and Alex, your love and devotion is a gift that uplifts all who witness it." The actor gave a nod to everyone who pitched in to make this day happen, but most importantly, the mothers, Lisa and Mary, and godmother and goddaughter team of Eileen and Marin O'Sullivan. And when it came to his brother-in-law David, who officiated the ceremony, Nichols simply cheered, "Wonderful. My heart is full." The video, which was set to Elvis Presley's 1961 single, Can't Help Falling in Love, showed the bride to be walking in before their idos, as well as the couple dancing. A family shot, the actor sharing a dance with his daughter, a toast, the cake, and more. His co-star, Mary Beth Evans, commented on the post, "So beautiful," as fans sent their congrats as well. Last October, Nichols posted photos to announce Dylan's engagement while celebrating his own milestone and stated, "Celebrating mine and Lisa's 40th anniversary is made even more special, witnessing Alex proposing to our Dylan." He shares Dylan with his wife Lisa, who he married in 1984. The couple also has 2 other children, Vanessa and Aaron. Again, we wish the newlyweds our very best. Wednesday's episode starts with Hope helping Bo walk to the couch. Reminding Bo that she's his ride or die, Hope says she sat by his side the entire time. Suddenly, Bo is rocked as he recalls the terrible things he did to his loved ones while under Megan's influence. But she kisses him repeatedly, saying this is the first day of the rest of their lives. Sierra enters to find her parents kissing, declaring that a sight for sore eyes. She updates Bo on her life, telling her dad that she has 2 kids and is traveling the world on a boat with Ben, the same way her folks did years ago. Bo wants to meet Ben, make sure he approves. Next to enter is Sean Douglas. Bo is thrilled to be surrounded by his beautiful family, but Sean wants to know exactly what his dad remembers about what happened to him. Sean says he's been tortured every minute of every day since shooting his father. Bo remembers everything, saying Sean did what he needed to do to protect Hope. "You are not responsible," says Bo, insisting that it was Megan's fault. Declaring how proud he is, Bo pulls his son into a hug. Bo is surprised to learn Chelsea has a baby, and that he is now a grandpa 4 times over. Bring them on. Grandpa needs hugs. In rapid order, he learns that Belle and Sean are divorced. Claire is in Africa with Theo. Kimberly's cancer has returned, and the fact that Xander is his half-brother. Gardner to CEO. That's quite a move, he quips, but the mood changes when they have to tell Bo that Victor died. Bo struggles to accept this. He's tough. He's indestructible. He can't be gone. Bo breaks down, sorry that he never got a chance to say he loved his father. And no sooner has he processed this news than Hope reveals that Doug, too, has passed away. He pulls her into a hug, apologizing for not being there. "You were always there in my heart," she insists, as Carrie, Will, and Eric deal with the seemingly never-ending stream of food being brought to Marlena's penthouse by friends and neighbors. Marlena is sitting in town square, next to the memorial for Alice and Tom. "Oh, John," she weeps, "I miss you so much already." Will gets a call from Sami, who shares that her daughter had an accident at the airport and needs surgery, so she won't be able to attend the yet-to-be-planned memorial service. Marlena returns, saying that she needed to tell John's father the news. Will protests that they could have done that for her, but Marlena says she has to start to learn to do things on my own now. She reveals that among John's wishes was for a reception at the Brady pub. Will and Carrie head to the restaurant to connect with Roman and begin making plans. Alone with Eric, Marlena reflects on who John was, and that there's never enough time, not when someone is your everything. She admits to wondering if the miracle Bo's family is experiencing came at the expense of theirs. "Is that terrible of me?" she wonders, to which he replies it is human. Johnny's ready for his first day at Titan Demira, but Channel tells him about his grandfather's death. Johnny is knocked by the news, believing that despite having John's name, he never lived up to it. But Channel tells him he did and will continue to. "We're all works in progress, and we've all made mistakes," she says, adding that he has a heart of gold and is brave like the grandfather who adored him. Johnny and Channel arrive at Marlena's to offer their condolences and are told that his mom, Sami, won't be able to attend the memorial. Even though Sami won't be here for John's funeral, Marlena says, struggling with the words, "I hope she can find some peace in the knowledge that he did raise her." Johnny hopes to do his namesake proud, but Marlena insists he always did. Returning home, Channel tells Johnny she wants to be there every step of the way. "I know that I can't take that pain away from you, but maybe sharing some of it with me will help lessen it," she suggests. When he wonders what he'd ever do without her, she assures him they'll never have to find out. They all return to the penthouse, where Paul says they are planning to postpone the wedding. Marlena, however, won't hear of it. "What this family needs right now is a celebration of love," she declares. She convinces them to tie the knot in Salem before they leave. Paul agrees to do so, saying it will be in honor of my father. Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates reveal that fans may now have a lot of questions about Nicole Walker and Eric Brady's romantic status. EJ Dimera suggested there might be issues in paradise. But what does that actually imply for the beloved couple? Could they have broken up? EJ Dimera suggested there might be trouble in paradise. But what DOL fans will remember is that Eric, Nicole and Jude Brady have been residing in Paris. Nonetheless, Eric has just made his way back to Salem to see John Black in the hospital and to lend his support to Marlena Evans. Naturally, this provided Eric an opportunity to encounter EJ in the town square, where EJ inquired about Nicole and Jude. When Eric informed EJ that Nicole and Jude were not part of this journey, EJ made some intriguing remarks. "Ah, strange. Am I sensing trouble in paradise?" EJ questioned during the May 30 episode of Days. Eric was obviously irritated and opted not to answer the question. Instead, he implied that he was too busy for this and hurried off to the hospital shortly after. The discussion was captivating and might have left some Days viewers questioning whether there was any validity to EJ's assumptions. Could it be that there are indeed problems in paradise for Nicole and Eric? It's conceivable that Eric and Nicole have split up or that they've been facing difficulties. Eric didn't bring up anything during his later catch-up sessions with family and friends, but the timing wouldn't have been appropriate for that anyway, considering John's situation. That being said, Eric joyfully shared a video of little Jude and genuinely appeared unbothered by any issues in his personal life. This could simply be EJ attempting to provoke Eric, who seems to be denying him the pleasure of a genuine reaction. Since Eric is only back for a brief stint on Days, there's really no reason to separate him from Nicole at this time. It would be more advantageous to keep Eric in a happy relationship when he eventually goes off-screen again. There seems no reason to break them up. It appears that Nicole and Eric are still thriving as a couple, despite EJ's insinuation that there might be troubles between them. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, June 4, indicate some highs and lows in the land of Salem. One family will be in the thick of their darkest hour, while another will have a major reason to celebrate, and a super couple makes a wedding decision. What's set to unravel on Wednesday's show? Time to find out. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, June 4, suggests that Marlena Evans will struggle during her darkest hour. However, the only silver lining is that her friends and family will surround her and support her during this trying time. John Black's death has rocked Marlena and the little town, so the rest of the week will be a highly emotional one. Read this. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Jennifer confronts Chad over cat connection. Meanwhile, Paul Narita and Andrew Donovan will make a decision about their wedding. The two were going to say their I do's in Salem before John's accident and subsequent passing. In light of their grief, the couple is on the fence about moving forward, but it sounds like during the June 4 episode, the two will decide to go ahead with the ceremony, as it would have been what John would have wanted. Lastly, despite John's passing, Bo Brady's loved ones will have a reason to celebrate. After almost 10 years of being asleep, Bo has finally woken up and is getting reacquainted with the family who has desperately missed him. Bo returning to the canvas is truly a miracle on so many different levels. Unfortunately, John passed away on a mission to keep Bo alive, so Hope Williams Brady, Sarah Brady Weston, and Sean Douglas Brady will be forever grateful for the sacrifice John made to bring their husband and father back. What storyline are you most interested in seeing unfold during Wednesday's show? Share your thoughts. Tune into the Peacock Soap Daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit SOS often for the best Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news. The heartbreaking moments continued in the emotional Wednesday, June 4 episode of Days of Our Lives. After Marlena took a moment with Tom and Alice in Horton Town Square, family supported her in the form of Eric, Carrie, Will, Johnny, Channel, Paul, and Andrew. Meanwhile, at the rehab facility, Hope, Sean, and Sierra filled in some blanks. Some heartbreaking blanks for Bo. At the rehab facility, Bo, Hope, Sean, and Sierra reconnected. Sarah even introduced her dad to his grandchildren, Bo and Addie. Sean's reunion with his dad was emotional and satisfying. For 2 years, he had felt this heavy cloak of guilt over putting his dad in that coma. When he told his dad as much, Bo wouldn't have it. Instead, he told his son how proud he was of him, that he did what he had to do, and that the only person to blame was Megan Hathaway. They also told Beau some of what he had missed while languishing in a coma for the past 2 years. It was a reminder of the incredible losses Salem's residents had recently endured. After telling Beau he has a new half-brother in Sander Cook, now Kyriakis, Beau found out that his biological father, Victor, died in a plane crash. Beau wished he had been able to tell his father that he loved him. Then Hope told him that Doug also died. When Sean and Hope were alone, Hope was on cloud 9, so happy with Beau's recovery and that he was walking, talking, and awake. Sean broke the John news to her, and immediately Hope was distraught. Right now, they're not going to tell Beau, but they will have to let him know sooner rather than later. A very interesting beat that the show played happened when Marlena and Eric were talking. She told him about how happy she was about Beau's recovery, but part of her felt that Hope and Beau's happiness came at the expense of her family. She didn't want to feel that way, but part of her did. Eric told her that she was human. Of course, she had those feelings. Such a heartbreaking and real conversation in an episode filled with heartbreaking conversations. While the reason is sad, it was still great to see Andrew being there for Paul. The two naturally thought they shouldn't get married at this time. Marlena, however, begged to differ. She felt that they needed something good and beautiful to happen, so she hoped they would reconsider their decision, and they did. Before they leave town, they will get married. Eric will officiate, and the family will be able to share something pure and good, while also remembering John Black, who saw the best in everybody and supported Paul 100% from the second he found out he was his father. Recent events on Days of Our Lives have been bittersweet to say the least. John Black succumbed to his major burns after saving the Versavix sepsis cure, which helped bring Beau back from the brink of death. Steve was very close to both heroes, and his grief for John was tempered by his happiness that Beau's out of the woods. In real life, Stephen Nichols has a lot to be happy about without any soapy drama to weigh him down. Nichols recently shared joyous news on Instagram in the form of a montage video of his daughter's wedding, set to the classic Elvis Presley tune, Can't Help Falling in Love. He captioned it, "A sweet, magical day as my daughter Dylan married this good man, Alex." Pouring their hearts out in the presence of family and friends created a beautiful, loving atmosphere felt by all. Nichols continued, writing, "Dylan and Alex, your love and devotion is a gift that uplifts all who witness it." He thanked everyone who contributed to making it a successful day, including the mothers of the happy couple, Lisa and Mary, among others. He finished with, "And to my brother-in-law, David, who officiated, wonderful. My heart is full." Everyone came out to congratulate Nichols' family, with co-star Mary Beth Evans responding, "So beautiful," and Abigail Klein commenting, "What a beautiful couple they are." And what a day. Tamara Braun chimed in with, "Congratulations, Daddy." While Christian Alfonso also shared her loving thoughts. "All so beautiful. Many congratulations to you all, Stephen." Tina Huang couldn't help but gush, writing, "Congratulations. This is gorgeously." General Hospital's Nancy Legron praised, "How awesome. Congrats, friend, she's beautiful." And one fan shared thoughts that reflected the comments of many, with, "Stunning wedding, stunning couple, and the song is perfect." Thank you for sharing. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, June 5, welcome back Jennifer and Jack, while Gaby doesn't feel too welcome back in Aries' life. John's death triggered many tears, but it also triggered the return of Jennifer and Jack. How will they feel when they learn that their son-in-law and father of their grandchildren, Chad, is going out on a date with Kat, the woman who lied and pretended to be their late daughter, Abigail, to the point where she almost married Chad, so she could kill him and inherit his money. Chad has gotten over it. After all, she did it for her mother and her sister and her brother, and, well, she has all the excuses. But Jennifer and Jack are likely to be less charmed or convinced. Ari left Salem and her mom to live with her dad's as a little girl. Now she's back, and she's all grown up, or at least she thinks she is. She thinks she's old enough to sneak out of the house and spend the night with Doug, whom she picked up in a bar. She also thinks she's too old to have her mom lecture her about it, or about anything actually. But does Gaby seem like the type to give in to her kids' tantrums? Tate is sad about his Grandpa John's death. Holly comforts him, which means she isn't there to teach Doug poetry. Doug has other things on his mind anyway. He still wants to find the necklace he stole from Julie. Maybe Leo can help him? Leo does think he's a crack investigative reporter. Days of Our Lives spoilers photos for the June 5, 2025 episode tease a friendly reunion amidst Salem's grief. This heartbreaking week in Salem continues when a grieving Tate gets an unexpected visit from Holly. The two may be broken up, but it's clear they still care about each other, and Holly will reassure Tate that when she immediately pulls him into a hug. Later, Tate will get a visit from Kat, who most likely stops by to offer her condolences to Marlena. John was also very close with Kat's mother, so even she has felt a connection to the Salem legend.